people kind of clowning Rory for recycling jokes and shit like that, which I do understand it. You feel me? You keep hearing the same shit on the podcast over and over again, but I find it endearing. I find it funny. I'm one of them niggas who kind of retired, who kind of recycle jokes over and over again. Not to the same people, but I do say the same kind of jokes or in the same kind of manner over and over again. That's just me. I'm like a goofy, funny kind of guy, and I always kind of been that way. Um, the reason why I like it, because it shows that human side. It can get lost in these podcasts often that like people try to be too professional, too much of a great podcaster. 100,000, 200,000 people watching at any moment. People can filter themselves a little bit more. You feel me? So I like to see people do some shit that my grandpa would do. I would do, but my mom would do. A regular human would do. Like that's some human shit. Recycling jokes. Like my grandpa, he recycles the same stories over and like probably heard this story, but it's like a wholesome thing. You feel me? So anyway, Hemi Neutron says, what recycled Rory jokes make you roll your eyes the hardest? The joke that every time one of those people or things get brought up, you start to cringe because you know Rory's about to make the same joke for the 100th time. He says, Flint, dirty water, Leo dating women his age, Wahlberg past hate crimes, Pepsi BLM commercial, Bieber harmonizing. And some of the top comments is Lead Pipe Boss. He says, make fun of me because of my curves. Not a joke, but it's retelling of Tom Cruise doing a motorcycle. It happened on the red carpet at 106 Park before the BET Awards. She tells the story like it was when he was on Oprah jumping on couches. Aggressive Bad 5910 says, overcharging for what they did to the Cold Crush makes me want to throw my phone at the wall. Simply because how often he says it, and you can see how much pleasure it gives him when he says it. The glow up. When he talks like when he talks like this. Somebody says Flint. One of these joints is funny, like the overcharging what they did to Cold Crush. Here's the thing about these podcasts. They podcast so much that they're talking a lot. They're talking often. Some shit is going to get repeated. Jokes are going to get repeated. That's that. I remember talking to one of my old friends. And me and him used to chop it up on the phone. Like 2 hours this day. A few days later, 2 hours this. Chop it up. You feel me? Over a span of some years, 3-4 years, we talked about like a lot. It's new shit coming up, but we talking about like a lot. One thing about the truth gonna stay the same. So some of the stories I will be retelling. It will be like new stories too, because I got a crazy memory. So I would get kind of cocky with that. Like, I got hella stories. I got a crazy memory. I lived a crazy life. I got stories forever. But nah, I would still be repeating certain stories, and he'd be like, "Yo, we said that before," or whatever. Like, it's just how shit is. Honestly, like, and that's one thing that I love about podcasting. If we could kind of have a little bit of that, where it's like the real life version of it. Everything don't gotta be super produced. Everything don't gotta be like new jokes every time, and like I like that endearing part of it. I like that wholesome part of it. But Digital Thugs, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching.